Hi guys, Jeff here for my first ever video. Really excited to actually get this into the world, so cheers for your support, I appreciate it. So as a quick intro, I've always been a console gamer really, just playing on PlayStation for the most part, but recently got myself a PC, so I thought it'd be fun to document my journey into PC gaming and just use this as a bit of a motivation for trying out new games, having a bit of fun with it. So, let's get straight into it. So obviously being brand new to gaming on a PC, I've never actually played with a keyboard and mouse before, so first port of call is getting used to that. Obviously I go about this in a really smart and methodical approach by testing the waters with some slightly slower puzzle-based games like Portal. Nah, it turns out I'm actually just an idiot, so I dive headfirst into the deep end and download a game called Hell Let Loose. I've always found the Second World War really fascinating. It was just such a complex time and there's so many interesting shows and movies about it. Big fan of Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan. And I grew up playing things like Call of Duty and Battlefield, so I just assumed this is going to be a good fit. Thankfully, I know that I've made a good decision as soon as I log on, because I'm met with this absolute banger of a tune. Now the Germans aren't known for their music, but this might change it. Luckily at this point I didn't know that the song was going to be in my head for 3 weeks, but so be it. So I dive straight into a server and I immediately know this is going to be good fun. I'm running through the fields near Carentan, I've got an M1 in my hand. I'm immediately getting used to the controls, it feels second nature. Nah, I'm just kidding actually. I get pretty demolished if I'm honest. I continue to die fairly consistently for the next, 10 or so hours. The following 10 hours are defined by me thinking that I'm getting used to it, and then just receiving an artillery shell to the head, which is nice because it gives you a bit of time to contemplate your life choices, whilst, your body's flying through the air. Thankfully, the biggest surprise of this game is the player base. It's absolutely awesome. Most of the people I play with are more than happy to show me the ropes and talk me through, the nuances of each of the classes. It's really helpful for a beginner. For the first few games I tend to stick as a medic, because I can't really land a shot for the life of me, but at least I can try and be helpful and revive some of the squad. That's the theory anyway. It turns out that getting used to mouse and keyboard takes way longer than I expect it will. I honestly just spend most of the time flailing around like an idiot, or dropping my mouse and seeing my character just spiraling out of control. But eventually, and by eventually I do genuinely mean about 4 days later, and about 20 hours sunk into the actual game, I do start to actually get the hang of it. I'm playing around with all of the classes, just figuring out which one's best for me. I even start playing as team lead, which is like the ballsiest move I've ever made. But it's brilliant.
Right, hold the location guys until we got this captured. The boys! Yeah!
This adds a couple of other elements that you need to keep in mind, other than, just trying to stay alive. Because you're now leading a squad of 5 other people, each with their own unique roles. It's really intricate and really interesting. And all the while you can hear what's going on with the other team leads, as well as the commander, who tends to be just some absolute nutcase on a caffeine binge.
Dog and George. George, please make that garrison. Why is it keeping so long?
But honestly, having a good one makes the difference between a win and a loss. And to be fair, for every one intense nutcase, there's about 10 absolute legends. I even find some fellow Mancs on one server, which is really nice. And honestly, it goes really well. For about 10 minutes, until they proceed to engage in friendly fire with an overly aggressive Londoner.
Sweet, I've got some, let's go. What is going on over there?
In fairness, he did start it.
Well, this guy doesn't look healthy, his head's come off.
Don't think I can glue that back on, mate.
Once I got some solid hours under my belt, I actually joined a Discord community called Easy Company. Now, I'm a genuinely huge Band of Brothers fan, so this was kind of a no-brainer, but it turns out they're a really awesome community. They're constantly hosting events, challenges, getting people together to join games, and if you're into tactical shooters like Hell Let Loose or Postscriptum or Squads or anything along those lines, highly recommend checking them out. They're just a genuinely good bunch of people as well. But anyway, I've included a link in my description. Now currently, I'm about 40 hours in. I'm still loving every single moment. Met some really awesome people who I team up every now and then with. Not to mention that I wake up pretty much every single morning humming either Erica or Over There. I honestly think I've been conditioned. So, do I regret diving into the deep end? Not at all. Honestly, I've had so much fun with this game. I genuinely look forward to getting back on in the evenings. So, my first step into the PC gaming world was a massive success. I love it. I'm not sure what the next step's going to be. I don't know what my second episode's going to be on. So if you've got any suggestions, do let me know. I've been delving into some VR recently, so I'm thinking it might be that, but we'll have to see. Anyway, cheers for watching, and until next time.
My name is Jeff.